Hi guys, and welcome to the third video in this three-part series of SaleHoo specialist training. Now, as promised, this last video is all about traffic and how to get more of it to your listings. And so I started preparing a lesson for you about search engine optimization and how to get your listings ranked better in Google, and also about eBay's search algorithm called Best Match and how you can beat it and get your listings ranking highest on eBay. But then I thought we actually already have a comprehensive course on getting traffic, and you get this course when you purchase a SaleHoo store. So I thought, why not just give you one of those videos that is contained in that course. Now, this training course was not created by me. It was done by Mark Ling, who is the co-founder of SaleHoo, and he has a wealth of knowledge when it comes to getting traffic on the internet, and he travels the world teaching others how to do so. Here's a picture of him speaking at the World Internet Summit in Las Vegas. Now, to prove that he does know what he's talking about, here is just one of his #1 listings in Google, and this helps him earn a 7-figure income online. So, SEO software. Now, as you can see, this is all paid advertisements, but these are the real organic Google listings, and this is Mark's product here. It's called Traffic Travis, and it's free SEO software. So this is SEO software that Mark has actually developed himself. So I just wanted to show you that to prove that he really does know what he's talking about, because he makes the top SEO software online, and it ranks #1 in Google for the search term SEO software. And you know, you could argue that SEO software is probably one of the most competitive terms to try and rank for, because the only people who are going to try and rank for this term are the very best SEO specialists. Anyway, we've persuaded Mark to share his knowledge with you and customize it for online retailers just like you who want to rank their products highest in the search engine. So it doesn't matter what you're selling, if it's printer cartridges or mountain bikes or anything like that, Mark can help you get those ranking in Google, which can pull floods of traffic to your listings. Now, this video is just one of many segments to the training, but in this video he shows you just what opportunity there is for people who can get their sites ranking highly in the search engines. So it's just a quick video, so sit back, relax and enjoy.
Hello everybody, you're listening to Mark Ling, and in this special series of 3 videos we're going to look at how to drive free search engine traffic. Now, the next 2 videos I actually recorded for a different audience. It was on how to get high search engine rankings, and the difference between the audience that I recorded those videos for and you guys watching this series of videos is that they were a very broad set of people that not only owned e-commerce style stores like SaleHoo stores, but they also owned affiliate websites and also websites where they owned their own information products. So they might own a product where they're perhaps selling something that's not a physical product, like a digital download software program, for instance, or a digitally delivered ebook. Okay, that's the only difference, but everything actually is the same. It still applies to you with your SaleHoo store. So the next 2 videos you're going to learn all about how to get high search engine rankings, and I use my Traffic Travis software. Now, you can get a free copy of Traffic Travis at traffictravis.com. There's a free edition, and that should be perfectly sufficient to do everything that you see taught in these videos. And the paid edition is it's under $100 anyway, so it's not expensive considering how powerful it is. And if you want to get high search engine rankings, then that small investment isn't actually, you know, it's not that high in the whole scheme of things. So anyway, firstly though, before letting you watch the next two videos, I'll just quickly go over what the benefits for you guys owning a SaleHoo store. Now, if you go to the search engines, like Google, bear in mind that I'm in New Zealand, so I'll see slightly different results to you. You'll notice that that different results appear when people search for different products. Let's say you own an e-commerce store where you sell costumes. Then someone might type in, say, Batman costume, maybe even Batman costume NZ if they're in New Zealand, you know, whatever city or state you're in. You know, they might type Los Angeles if you're in Los Angeles. They may type the city name. They may type for kids, things like that. Okay, and then you'll notice there's a couple of advertiser positions here. You could pay to advertise, or you can try and get yourself ranking highly in the search engines and get featured in these free results here. Okay, like buycostumes.com and so forth. There's a New Zealand listing here at the top because I'm in New Zealand. Okay, and if you were in the United Kingdom, for instance, you'd probably see UK listings there. Let's try that. www.google.co.uk. I'm typing that into the address bar, and if I type Batman costume for kids, that's Batman costumes for kids, you'll see, oh, they're all UK ads that are appearing, and the listings are coming up from different, all fancy dress, for instance. They're all coming up from different stores, or not that one, but the other ones. They're mycostume.co.uk, amazon.co.uk. They're all coming up a2zkids.co.uk. All right, so they're all coming up with stores from the UK. And in this particular example, as I'm loading up a2zkids.co.uk, you'll see that it's simply listing the main page, and that's probably because their Batman costume for kids is one of their featured costumes, and they may be a big site. Normally, you'll find that with a lot of products, it'll be an internal page of the site that comes up, but they happen to have Batman costumes for kids as one of their deals right now, and they're right, and you can see them right there on their main page. So let's just use another example. If I go back to google.com, and if I look for, say, something else, I'll type Alice in Wonderland costume. I mean, this will work for all sorts of things, whether you're selling printers, whether you're selling whatever you're selling, okay, and we'll look at keyword research soon. But you'll find that you'll have a mixture. Sometimes people will just have a website dedicated specifically to that product. But other times you'll see that people actually have costume stores that will wind up ranking for that particular costume. I'll see what this one here is. Bear in mind I'm in New Zealand, so I'm seeing different listings to what you'll see in the United States or the United Kingdom and so forth. This looks more like it's an affiliate site, so they don't actually have their own costumes. They've just put up an article here and they're making money from people that click on the Google ads. I'll go to I'll go to Google Canada. I'll probably get some reasonable listings there. Let's type in Barbie doll costume for kids. Press enter. And it's come up with a couple on how to make Barbie dolls. There's a few advertisements, and if you want to get listed in the search engines, then you'll see that there are some listings coming up there. Looks like there's a lot of affiliate sites up there ahead of actual real costumes, so looks like there's a bit of an opportunity there. You've got nightmarefactory.com coming in here, so that looks like it's probably going to be a real costume here, which it is, and they're coming up, and they don't have to pay for that ranking. The reason why you're not going to see lots of costume stores always there, or the reason why sometimes you'll see a lot of sites where it's an affiliate instead of like someone will just put up a bunch of articles and you're not actually seeing a store that someone's looking for, is that affiliates know a little bit more about marketing quite often. Quite often people that set up an e-commerce store, they just set it up and they never do anything that you're going to learn in these videos about SEO. So they just pay to advertise, but they may not bother to try and get a high search engine ranking. It's a lot easier than a lot of people think. Let's use another e-commerce example. I'll go back to google.com and we will search for, in fact, we'll go to google.co.uk, and the reason I'm going to google.co.uk is New Zealand's such a small market. If I go to google.com, it doesn't default to Google USA, which I'd like it to default to. It will just default to Google New Zealand. I could use a proxy, but just to keep it simple, we'll look at Google UK because we'll get a better idea. Because New Zealand's just such a small market. Although it is big enough to, I know people that make good money selling goods in New Zealand. I'm just saying the UK is a lot bigger though. So if I type in, say, Ferrari radio control car, say, Ferrari RC car, if I press enter, you'll notice that there are paid advertisements, but the number one free listing right here is Wonderland Models radio control cars, and number 2 listing is also from that same site there. So it's an e-commerce site, alright. Well, at least it looks like it is, because they've got some best-selling Ferraris there, and then you can buy different types of cars. They've got lots of listings. You know, I mean, it's the ideal e-commerce store when you've got the kinds of things that people are, like you've got a lot of specific phrases that people will type in to find your store. So it's ideal, like Lamborghini, Ferrari, even certain types like a Ferrari 458. I bet that they're probably ranking for that phrase as well. If I type Ferrari 458, let's say I'll type radio controlled Ferrari 458, and they're number 3 for that position. And then there's another site here that's another smaller site. You've got Amazon. They've outranked these sites. Quite often Amazon is actually an easy site to outrank though. These sites may not have built lots of links to their sites, so I don't know. Quite often though, Amazon proves to be an easy site to outrank because they've just got too many pages to worry about. You know, if you want to put a little bit of concerted effort following the instructions in the next 2 videos, you can probably outrank Amazon. Okay, so yeah, this is another e-commerce store. I mean, this could be your SaleHoo store could be outranking these sites if you want to sell this kind of item. Okay, so I hope you can see the benefits of getting a high search engine ranking, and you can find out the kinds of search terms people are that people will be typing in by doing things like using the Traffic Travis keyword suggestion tool. Just opening it up, if I type the keywords in here, I could type radio controlled car, radio control Ferrari, and so forth. You can click OK, and you can click fetch. I could have had more than 50, by the way. I could have selected, you know, 1,000 or something like that and got a lot more results back. But just for the interests of time and doing this quite quickly, getting 50 results gives you lots of people. It gives you some ideas though. Lots of people are searching for gas radio control cars. Just bring that onto the page so you can see that. You can also get an idea for how valuable the phrases are if you were to rank for it, because these are the average pay-per-click prices. People are paying things like 78 cents a click to advertise on the phrase remote control cars. So there must be some money in that, or people wouldn't be paying that much money to advertise on that phrase. And you can get lots of ideas, and there's heaps. I mean, this is 50 keywords, and I'd get a lot more if I typed in more phrases. But the other way to get phrases is simply do your homework by going to the actual websites themselves that are already existing. Like obviously, you know, radio control Ferrari 458. That's quite a specific model. You may not have lots of people searching for that. but you can get an idea. Let's type it in here, radio control Ferrari 458. Let's see what it comes up with. Let's have a look. It's just fetching some keywords, and it's given a whole lot of ideas for phrases. Now you'll see a lot of these phrases, they get searched for a lot, okay, because they're more general, alright? And if you can rank for those, that's fantastic, but it is slightly more difficult to rank on those more general phrases. But if you go further down, you'll notice that some of these some of the other types of phrases where they get a bit more where they are less general, like you're talking about the Ferrari or whatever, radio controlled Ferrari, remote controlled Ferrari. You notice that the search count, it's lower, but if you do wind up ranking on those phrases, they tend to be easier to rank for, and B, someone that's typing in a phrase, when they get quite specific, they're usually about 10 times more likely to be a buyer. So it can be better to rank for a phrase that has a lower search count if it's more definite what they're searching for. Now it says that there's 0 people searching for radio control Ferrari 458. Maybe there's 0 people, but I think more likely Google doesn't really keep track once it starts to get below 50 a month. Google doesn't actually track it all that well, because they're only going to store a certain number of millions of keywords in their database, and when you've got a phrase where maybe 1 person a day is searching for it, then they may not have it, but that doesn't mean it's necessarily not going to get you visitors. It just means that Google's not showing a number for that. You can get an idea of how many people might be searching for the 458 probably by seeing how recent that car was actually released. If it wasn't that recent, then it might be better to just be aiming for the more general phrase, radio control Ferrari, and that sort of thing. Like I've got some friends of mine that live in the UK, and they sell costumes on their site, and they make millions of pounds a year selling costumes. I'm talking several million pounds a year selling costumes, and their whole strategy is simply to either rank or bid pay-per-click or use eBay as well, and other places as well, like I think they use Amazon.co.uk and other stores to pretty much just go after all these niche keywords. Like they'll be going after Batman costume, Banana Man costume, Optimus Prime, Transformers costume, all sorts of things. Okay, so it's these long-tail niche keywords. They can be really crucial, and you can end up getting a lot of visitors and doing really well out of those with your e-commerce store. So anyway, I'll let you carry on to the next video. Bear in mind, like I said before, the next 2 videos were recorded for a more general audience. It's 100% applicable to you. Just bear in mind that sometimes I'm speaking about things that are not an e-commerce store owner. I might be using examples of, say, somebody that's running an affiliate site or selling a software product or an information type product. But when it comes to getting high search engine rankings, it's all the same. It's all about on-page optimization. Like, for instance, do you have the keyword phrase in your title, like radio control Ferrari? Have you got it in your header tags here? See, radio controlled Ferrari here. Have you got it once or twice more on the page? I've got it here. It can help if you've got a bit more content than what this page has got. Usually 300 plus words of some sort of content would have been good. They could have put the description, technical spec, and customer reviews perhaps all in this here to fill out and have a bit more content. And then it largely comes down to building links to your website, and having other sites linked to your sites, and in particular to these individual pages, using anchor text that has the phrase radio controlled Ferrari or something similar, because that means that other sites will be telling Google that your page is all about a thing called radio controlled Ferrari. But anyway, all of that and more is covered in the next two videos in a lot more detail. This was more of an overview video. I hope that you take action with what you learn in the next two videos, and well, get started straight away. Take action and learn. Alright, I'll see you guys. I hope you enjoy the videos.
Right, so there you have it. I hope that this video gave you a little taste of just what is possible when you do optimize your own website for the search engines. Now, I know that this video didn't go into detail about how to get your eBay listings ranking, so what I've done is I've added some links below this video to some really great resources on just how to do that, on how to get your listings ranking in eBay. Now, as you know by now, we've been working really hard on putting together a brand new site building software called SaleHoo Stores. And we have designed this specifically for e-commerce sellers. And it includes several features such as automatic on-page optimization that makes it incredibly easy to get your pages ranking highly in the search engines. Now, probably the best thing about SaleHoo Stores though is that they make it so easy to get your own site set up and running. And actually it takes less than just 10 minutes from the time that you purchase it to being ready to start adding products and selling them. Now, for those of you who think that having your own website is far too expensive or that you have to have a lot of technical knowledge, don't worry, because we have made sure that you don't need any web design or programming knowledge. But you can still control how the site looks without needing to know any of the mechanics behind it. And another thing that you don't need is deep pockets. We've created plans that suit every budget, and there are also definitely no expensive startup fees or any hidden costs. And another cool thing is that you don't need to pay for extra hosting for your site. We've done everything to keep your costs to a minimum. And probably most importantly, as I mentioned, we have developed SaleHoo Stores with the search engines in mind. We understand that for most sellers or most website owners, getting buyers to your store is the biggest challenge, which is why SaleHoo Stores are search engine friendly websites that leave nothing to chance. Plus, when you act fast, you can get the SaleHoo Stores traffic training as a bonus. And this course, which you have just seen a small part of, will teach you how to get more traffic than you can handle from free search engines, from paid traffic, and from advertising on Facebook. Now, this course is not actually for sale anywhere, and the only other people who have seen it had to buy a $1,500 business training course first. But you can get it here free when you purchase either the standard or premium SaleHoo Stores plan in the next few days. So check out SaleHoo Stores at salehoo.com/stores or click the link below this video. Thanks for watching, guys, and I look forward to hearing about what sort of results that you're getting in the not too distant future. Bye!